Hello and welcome to WMKC TV of me, Chris McCarthy, for this, the second round of the Stars at Whilton Championship. Or any of you that joined us for round one would have known it was a great way to get the championship underway. But look, we have a dry track here for the second round, which is great to see. So let's see how these drivers fare. Their first real crack at using these new curbs, isn't it? So lap records sure look set to be broken, don't they? And to kick us off, we have the Honda Cadets, and 25 of them entered for this one, so a big grid. Let's go through the grid for you. On pole position there, the number 4 of Matthew Hopcroft in that distinctive Mac black helmet. Alongside him, the number 11 of Butterfield. On row 2, we have Mark Kimber and the British Open champion of Miles Apps. And on row 3, Dragan Pinsett and Harry Thompson in the 37. So I'm really looking forward to getting this second round underway, and what a great way to start, the Honda Cadets. So here they come round to take the first rolling start, first final of the day. And they're in the tram lines now, and it looks like a pretty even start there. And I'm not sure, it looks like Matthew Hopcroft has got a bad run, and he has, because Butterfield's gone round the outside of him. So he just struggled off the line there, and I've seen a couple of drivers off in the background. I think Tom Canning and Pinsett, it looks like it's gone missing. So Butterfield leads. Hopcroft's trying to defend now from Apps, who's challenging for second. And there was a driver off there, the 94, I think that was, of Josh Steed, who started in 11th place. So a few incidents here on this first lap. You can see the marshals trying to get up there to attend to him. But at the front, we have Butterfield. Here's the dice for second between Hopcroft, Apps and Thompson. Kimber dropped a couple positions at the start there, but he still runs fifth. So really, it looked like Hopcroft was a slower way off the line, and that seemed to just delay everyone on the inside row, and the outside row people all getting the better starts as Apps moves into second, but only briefly, because Hopcroft takes that straight back, and now Thompson takes advantage there by going into third place. So third is the main battle on track at the moment. Thompson, Apps, Kimber, and that's Jamie Rogers there. Good start from him as we come up the hill for the second time. And the leader's got his hand up there. All the drivers, we have that, is it a yellow flag? Well, there's a driver off there in the background. I think we may have a red flag here. Yep. So red flag. Oh, there's another driver off there. Not too sure what that is. I think that may be the 36. So red flag. Obviously, that is to attend to Josh Steed. He did look in some discomfort, didn't he, when he come off? I'm not really too sure. The incident just sort of took place out of the camera shot there. But the main thing is, let's hope that he's okay. And the drivers will probably be stopped on the back straight. Yes, they will. And with only a lap completed, that will be a full restart. So really, the likes of Canning and Pinsett have been thrown a lifeline here, haven't they? They were both off at turn 2. I'm not sure where they got back going in the end, but it would have been towards the back of the field. So we will have a full restart. So that means we'll restart the race fully with Hopcroft on pole, Butterfield second, Kimber third, Apps fourth, Pinsett fifth, and Thompson sixth. And that's good to see. Look, the 94 is up. Steed is up and out of his cart there. So the paramedics, will probably just have a few checks on him to make sure that he's okay. And well, if he is, if his cart's okay and he's okay, we might even see him rejoining the race. And I think has actually joined onto the back of the grid here. As the carts get going now, I think we'll have one warm-up lap for them just to get the tyres up to temperature a bit, and then we will be going again, starting from what will now be the clock will have stopped, so we'll probably have about 7 minutes in a lap now rather than the 8 minutes in a lap. You can see, they're going to be going round again. I would have been surprised if they'd have started with all the dads and mechanics on the side of the track there. So Hopcroft will lead him round for the warm-up lap. So that was a good thing to see. Josh Steed was able there to get going again. So that's the main thing in one of those situations. It's never good to see a driver off and in some discomfort, but that is good to see him back again. You see Hopcroft weaving just to get the tyres into temperature there. So really Canning and Pinsett they would be considering themselves very lucky, and will they be able to take advantage of the restart And will Hopcroft be able to make up for that? What was that poor first start that he had, didn't he? Will he be able to learn from that this time? As they come round now to restart the Honda Cadet A final. Here we go. Hopcroft, has he got a better start this time? It looks like he has. Yes, he does, as he leads into turn 1. But Butterfield squeezes up the inside coming into turn 2. Thompson was up the back of someone there, but has kept it going. So Butterfield leads again as they come up the hill. Hopcroft in second. Butterfield's not even defending as we come up the hill there. Canning and Pinzit have also both made it safely through this time. But Kimber looked like he made contact with Rogers. I think that was there. He's made a great start from 8th place. I think he's up into 5th position. As here we go, Butterfield, Hopcroft right on his tail. Apps is there in 3rd. In 4th we have, I think that's Dragan Pinzit. I'll just wait until he comes through. Yes, it is. And then Rogers in 5th. Great run there from Jamie Rogers. Harry Thompson, that looks like it is in 6th place. And, here comes Thompson up the inside for Rogers. Does he make it? Not quite. Rogers hangs on. Braves it round the outside. As we now start the second lap of the restart. So Butterfield, Hopcroft right on his tail here. So Hopcroft, he looked like he'd made the better of the starts. But Butterfield, really, really brave stuff going around the outside there at turn 1 to lead into turn 2. And that was Pinzit off in the background there. He ran wide coming out of turn 2. And Rogers now has inherited 4th place. Where did Pinzit drop to? So he's dropped right to the back of that queue for battle for 4th place. 3 leaders here have a massive, massive lead, didn't they? It was 4. That has now become 3 with Pinzit running wide. And he's dropped back to, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th position, or even 9th position, as Rogers it is who leads this dice for 4th place. Just want to say hello to Jamie and his father Nick, if they are watching. Good friends of mine, so wishing them all the best. And it's good to see Jamie going well here. Really great guys they are. And yeah, Jamie, surely one to watch for the future, I can tell you that. Mark my words. And he's got a bit of a gap now to Kimber in 5th place. So I think there's been some dicing going on for that 5th position battle. As we wait to see them. The 2 leaders just look like they might be stretching their legs over Apps here. There's a very, very strong wind today. You'll probably be able to hear it on the cameras. As we got a change for 4th place. Kimber nipped up the inside there going into turn 6 and past Rogers. So Rogers will be tucking in behind now. I think that's the 67 there in 6th place, which is Henry Laws. Having a good run as Henry. Started 10th on the grid, so he's made up a few positions at the start. Yeah, very, very strong wind, like I was saying, which is going to give these guys a really, really big tow, especially coming up the hill. You just see Apps there really jumping in his cart. He knows if he loses that tow, then he will just, the 2 leaders will just take off and he'll be stuck in no man's land, really, and will be vulnerable to the guys in 4th, albeit a big gap. If those carts in 4th place start working together, they'll be able to close Apps down quicker than you think. So then that will be Kimber, the first of them. Rogers there in 5th place. I think Canning is in 6th place. So him and Pinzit both made good restarts. So taking full advantage of that as we come into the boot. No changes for the lead yet. I do not expect any real changes for the lead in this stage of the race. Usually, as anyone who follows these Honda Cadet races know, it usually tends to be the end of the race when we start seeing some moves. Hopcroft, the 2 next-gen teammates, will probably just want to work together to get away from Apps in 3rd, which they are doing at the moment. And then we have Kimber in 4th, probably working together with Rogers in 5th place. So as we come through down to turn 6, and then we have Canning and Pinzit just in behind Rogers there. So that's quite an interesting battle. Keep an eye on that one. I think Thompson's in just behind them. As we come into Chapman's now. So yeah, there it is. Thompson there with Laws behind him. And there's Josh Steed. So he's having a good run. It's obviously that crash hasn't affected him too much here at the restart. He seems to be running well, doesn't he? Just on the fringes of the top 10 there. So can he get himself a healthy, good position here? See how the race goes on. We're well into the second half of this now. Rogers is doing a very good job here, actually. He's he's still an inexperienced driver. He's only been racing about for a couple years now. Very, very young, but he has got a very, very quick indeed. And he's doing a good job to hang on to Kimber in fifth, who is, of course, very, very experienced, like all four leaders are, really. So Rogers doing a good job there. Oh, and Canning's must have overtaken the pair of them there. So Canning's gone past Rogers, and then he passed Kimber coming down their hill. And that's brought the four of them all right together now as we come through Chapman's onto the back straight. But we switch back to the leaders now. Still no attempt from Hopcraft. He's still happy to stay in second place. And look at the gap they're building. That's just the toe coming into play there. So Apps in that no man's land in third. So yeah, Canning now in fourth, Kimber fifth, Rogers sixth, and Pins at seventh. We come out of turn two. Rogers looked like he made a bit of a mistake there. I wonder if he'd been passed by Pinzet as we came up into turn three. We'll have to have a look. So the winner from round one is not here this month. That was Oliver Hall. But Canning had a podium position that round, and he is doing a good job this round, isn't he, to be into fourth place. But I'm not too sure. I think Apps, although I was saying that his third place may come under threat, the British Open champion, just showing why he is the British Open champion, doing a very consistent lap times, and well, he's not made any errors so far, which is not allowing Canning or Kimber to be able to catch him up, really. The two BRK racing teammates, and two more teammates at the front, the two Next Gen run boys. Very, very good team in this class is Next Gen Motorsport. I always see them at the sharp end. Do like their liveries as well. Very, very fancy indeed, aren't they? That sort of orangey black look. It's very, very good. But it's not all about looking good. It's about how quick you can go, and quick they are indeed as well. As we come into you can just see Butterfield getting his head down there. We come through the boot again. Sure to see that these two boys will be running at the sharp end of the Super 1 series, which of course starts next month. Believe the first round is up at Rower or Shannington. It's one of the two. But yeah, I do expect both of these boys to do good things in that championship. Anyone who follows this will probably be aware of the Super 1 series. It is the British Championship. And yeah, good to see. It will be good to see how the Whilton boys get on. Anyone that races at the Stars and Whilton Championship, all the regulars I will of course be rooting for them to do good things at the Super 1 series. So through Chapman's, the two leaders go. App's still there in third place. Canning is in fourth place. Kimber fifth place. Pins it with Rogers just behind him in fifth. There's Thompson. There's Laws there. Josh Steed in about 10th position. As we come back to the two leaders now, just they're literally pushing each other around the corners here. It's very, very interesting to watch, isn't it? As we start the last lap now, I believe, come up the hill. Will we see any attempt from Hopcraft to take the lead? No, we don't. He stays in behind. This is surely now where Hopcraft's got to make his move. As we come into turn 6, will we see any attempt from him? He's been very generous to Butterfield and pushed him along all race. But now is surely his time to go for glory. You can see Butterfield giving him the push signal there. I don't think he's going to pay any attention to that. As we come to Chapman's, still no overtaking from Hopcraft. This is very, very strange, isn't it? As we now come into the boot for the last time, will we see any attempt? No. But Hopcraft is just stayed in behind. Will he get a run going into the last corner? No, he doesn't. So we come out of the last corner, and Butterfield takes victory there. Hopcraft finishes second. Apps disappointed with third, but that's a great result. Oh, look at that. Rogers. Kimber just sneaked fourth at the line. Canning's finished fifth. Rogers and Pinzet there, both using, well, the width of the track and more, weren't they? You can see Rogers just had to go either side of that cone there just to make sure he didn't take that one out. But he finished in sixth. And Pinzet was actually given a 5-place penalty after the race, I think for exceeding track limits. So he ended up finishing in 12th place. So Thompson inherited 6th. Alex Lloyd finished 8th. Josh Steed was 9th. Great result for him. And Laws was 10th. So, well done to the two leaders. Well, sensible driving, or just Hopcroft, was he just happy to settle for second? Who knows? But they both drove very well and very sensibly for the 8 to 13-year-old class. So well done to those. Well done to the next gen motorsport team. Apps finished 3rd. And well, what a great way to get the round 2 underway with the Hondas. Do join us next for the Junior Max final.